A very good evening, all. Today we have gathered for another interesting Ecotech talk of Exneco on the topic the importance of sustainability education in shaping a resilient and sustainable future. The talk centers around SDGs 3, 4, and 17. Exneco stands for exploration, networking, and collaboration, and we strive to bring all sustainable enterprises on one platform. Today, we have the honor of welcoming Dr. Pramod Kumar Rajput, who is a global leadership coach, farmer business leader, keynote speaker, professor of practice, academic advisor, author of Leader with Ladders, former senior VP Cadila Pharma, as well as he's in the corporate board of director. He is a pure gem of a person and a true visionary. We are honored to have your presence, sir, and we welcome you to the Ecotech Talk of Exneco. Myself, Shrishta, and Mr. Ravi Kumar are the host for the day. My first question to sir is, why sustainability is important?
Thank you very much. Very good evening to you as well as Mr. Ravi Kumar. And I'm very happy to be a part of this Exneco platform where I am getting this opportunity to say whatever my experience is, whatever my learning is on the sustainability, because world is talking about the sustainability. We are encouraging it, which is very important. Before I should speak about I should give the answer of the question, I would like to say that yes, one thing is very important because we all talk about SDG goals 17. And since you said, I was just writing it, that your entire question will be on the 3, 4, and 17, the more on the 4 number, which is the third one is the good health and well-being. Then the fourth, which we are talking about, the education, quality education, which is the requirement. And the last one is 17 is the partnership for the goals. Right. And they all are interconnected. Even our respected Prime Minister said about it, there are two important things in the life. One is the health, right? And because I belong to the health industry. And second is the education, which is the requirement for the future. That's why we talk about the local for global. So coming to your first question, I am ready to answer this. Now, before to it, what quality education means in SDG goal number 4, which is very important because though the listeners, they are aware about it, but for the sake of telling this thing, I just want to repeat it because the quality education in SDG goals, it encompasses the universal access to the education, which is of the effective learning outcomes, because education to effective learning outcomes, early childhood development, which includes the financial literacy as well, gender equality, inclusive education, lifelong learning, and education for sustainable development. This is the quality education means in SDG goal number 4. Now, so what sustainability means? But the question is, people, they talk about sustainability. It means the need of the present without compromising the ability of the future generation to meet their own needs. Exactly. Because, you know, the needs are getting changed, right? So we should be taking care for the generation after 10 years. Today, our respected Prime Minister talked about 2047, right? So we should see that what is the requirement is there. People are talking about that. So that is the thing which is important. But let me also share that we are fortunate. We are going up on the ladder of that particular need. We are now 112th number among 166 countries. So it is not that we are not progressing it. Yes, our progress is a little slow because now we are coming on towards the developing country, right? And very soon we'll be the developed country. So we will be playing under 50, right? So still out of 166 countries, as per the March 2024 data, we are the 112th thing. So which we feel that yes, our progress is better and we are going to make the things happen. So now coming to the first question, can you just once again repeat your first question, Shashtaji?
Yeah, my first question is why sustainability is important.
Okay, so I have given the prelude of the sustainability. Then I will say that why it is important, because environmental preservation, it is very rare. So you can see you are from Delhi, right? And today what is the situation is happening in Delhi? 52 degrees centigrade, water is not available. trees are getting cut. So this is the point number one, social well-being. People are getting fainted in the schools, colleges, in the working place, right? Due to the election also people are getting. So social well-being is very important. Economic viability, there's a difference is there. So if we talk about the sustainability, then it is going to take care for the important part, which is the need of the hour. Then future generation, how future generation is going to behave, how we are able to take care for them.
Yes.
The public interest and demand. What is the public demand is there? You know that as per the Sir Brian Tracy, the one of the great motivational speaker, what he said, every 5 years the things are getting changed.
Exactly.
Today, every 3 years, the things are getting changed. Our gadgets are getting changed. Our vehicle are changing. Our living habit is getting changed. Tomorrow, AI is going to rule the things. Our house will be built with the AI. So that is the thing which is important. So that is the public interest and the demand. Then ethical responsibility. What is our responsibility? We all are the citizen of this globe. We are the citizen of Bharat. So we have to have that responsibility. We should be responsible to ensure that we should be making a sustainable place to live. So that is the one thing which I like to highlight. Then the mitigation of the climate change and adoption. Today we talk the plantation, right? People were talking 5th June is the World Environmental Day. But there's no need to plant the trees because the small plant will not be able to sustain for more than one day. Let the rain should come. Then you should plant the tree. Right? Then only you should plant the tree. And instead of planting the tree, don't cut the tree. Because a plant will take 20 years to become a tree. And then you are just cutting in 20 minutes a tree. So this is the way you are cutting the life. Then the utilizing of the resources and also the waste reduction. Today we everybody talk that you have the single-use plastic. Don't carry the PET bottle. Carry your own home bottle. Don't all these things are there. So these are the things are there where entire globe is talking, entire country is talking, entire state is talking, entire village is talking. So this is the answer of my question which you have asked. One of the very good question which you have asked. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, sir, for that insight. Coming to your one of the point, so technology is being keeping change every 6 months. We can able to see the technology changes. So when there is a dynamic changes in the technology, how an education institute or an industry should aware of this sustainability may not be 100%. We can't go and education institute or an industry saying that you should be 100% sustainable. It has to be in a step-by-step manner. So what is your take on that, sir?
Ravi sir, I like to have, see, we talk about sustainability, but when you talk to the common public, they are not aware about sustainability. Sorry to say this word, right?
Exactly.
Because majority of the people, they have not heard of the sustainability also. If you just take a poll with 10 families, only 5 people will be knowing the head of the family. The entire family member will not be aware about the sustainability, right? So it is becoming a buzzword. But the buzzword has to go deep inside, which is the requirement. So in education, in our Bharat, there is a growing awareness is coming. The schools are talking about it, colleges are talking about it, but at the same time, we have to nurture this part in a very systematized and the meticulous way so that everybody should be able to understand it, adopt it, which is the need of the hour.
Exactly.
That's what my answer to you.
Rightly said, sir.
Yes, sir. So you have a very rich experience in the field of pharma and healthcare. So as per you, how is this market moving towards sustainability?
See, pharmaceutical industry is the world's 6th largest industry, right?
Yeah.
It takes care for the health benefit. At the same time, it also has the health hazards. Both the things are there, right?
Yes.
Because the medicines cannot be produced without the CO2 emissions, without the waste which is coming out, without the plastic uses, right?
Exactly.
So I like to say about both the things which is very, very important. One side, it saves the life. At the same time, some pollution, something is happening, which is again destructing the life, which is very, very important. So now the world is getting changed. We talk about the green chemistry, right? So before to it, it has to be like minimizing the packaging waste. Today you go and purchase a product. The cost of the product is 1,000 rupees, where the the small vial is there, but the packaging is so big. Why? It has to be reduced because that's getting wastage, and that is not made of single plastic, right? So again, somewhere it is getting thrown out, which has to be taken care. Then at the same time, the medicine which they are giving it, you have to purchase the strip, complete the strip.
Yeah.
There are so many tablets which are not being used. So a government has to have, I always inculcate, the government has to have the policy, or the hospital should take that medicine which is not being used because it is getting waste. And somewhere you are throwing it in the garbage which has been eaten by the cows or the other things, which is a bad part of it. So coming to the green industry, green chemistry, which is the one way we can take care. Waste mineralization, I've just given you the example of this. Energy efficiency, that how to utilize the energy. Why to burn the thing? Why to use the electricity? Have the solar panels across. Today, government is giving subsidy. And I always inculcate that if you utilize the solar capacity of the God which has been given, the sun which has been given, it is going to increase that efficiency and efficacy, which is very, very important and is going to help a lot. Then collaboration and informing the sharing good practices. Somebody is doing good practices, go and talk to them, how they are able to inculcate, and let us adopt the thing which is the need of the hour. And at the same time, the big giants in the international market and even in the Indian market, in the Bharat market, they are adopting it. So slowly they are understanding it. They in manufacturing, the AI has come, manufacturing 4.0 had come, manufacturing 5.0 has come. So all these things are helping so that it is going to be reduced, which is the need of the hour.
So very good insight, sir. Very good insight. So what you're exactly telling is, coming to my previous question again, like it cannot be like any industry or education system can be 100% sustainable. So one is understanding the best practices from other industry, and it should be a step-by-step manner so that even the profitability for any company should not be affected. Okay. So, and you being a good coach, and you're being a coach in coaching industry. So, how coaching and academia can influence, and what strategy you, according to you, is important to bring the sustainability?
So see, there was a very old principle was there which has been accepted now. Reduce, reuse, recycle. The 3 R's are there, right? Okay. Reduce, reuse, and recycle. So discussing this current environmental issue, which is going to take care, there's some of the recommended strategies which keep on talking about it. Use interdisciplinary approaches, which is the need of the hour.
Okay.
Promote experiential and project-based learning. Project-based, and project is not for the full time. It is only a small one because projects are very small. Incorporate the sustainability into the curriculum, because while incorporating it can be identifying the relevant connections and incorporating these things, the case studies, real world examples in the lesson plans and the assignment can help to make the things happen. Ensure critical thinking. Today we talk now, they think out of the box, right? So if we think something different and a problem solving attitude, right? So we will be coming out of the box and we will get lot many different ways to ensure that sustainable part, which is a blend of both the thing, academic curriculum and the coaching practices, which you just asked your question. Then at the same time, emphasize on the system thinking, that how a student, how a college student, how a university student, how an engineering student, how an MBA student will be thinking on the environmental part, social part, economic system, right? And we have to teach them that this is the requirement. If you have to sustain yourself, you have to again embrace this thing which is important. Then as a professional development, we have to develop and we have to provide the resources which is important. So we have to develop down the level, because whatever thing which we have understood about it, it should be parted to the other people. I remind one of the book of Mr. There's a book is there, Die Empty, right? Which has been written by Mr. Ford, not Henry Ford. In that book, what is mentioned, he asked somebody that where is the maximum knowledge is there, right? So somebody said it is in the institution, it is with this person, here it is. He said, no, the maximum knowledge is in the graveyard. Why? Because the knowledgeable people, they have not parted their knowledge to the next generation.
Okay.
So that
Exactly.
today the system has come that whatever you are learning, start sharing. Then only you will be able to clean your learning part and you will adopt the new learning and you will be able to be. So this is one thing. Then you have to lead by example, right?
Exactly.
Because yeah, you have to build the leaders like you. That is very, very important. And then as a collaboration, because today the competition is not on the silos. The competition is collaborate and then win the competition. That is the new normal which is requirement. Because
Exactly.
with the
Yes.
collaboration, you will see multiple avenues. And last but not the least, evaluate yourself. What best you can do, what more you can do, where you missed, and what can be added in that.
Exactly. Rightly said, sir.
Very true,
So
sir.
I think our effort, Exneco effort, it's something which is comparing. It's similar to whatever you're stating now. So collaboration, and we are working not in a silence. We are bringing experts here to spread the awareness on sustainability. Sir, in your current institutes, because you've been in many institutes, so you're seeing any shift in the learning and adaptability of sustainability. So, any one example that you're found still now and
Ravi sir, I keep on going in multiple institutes, right, to give my talk on skill development, skill building, and leadership and all. When I go and meet the vice chancellors of the institute, there are segmentation of the institutes are. They're doing more open. Some institutes have adopted it totally, right? Or totally means they are able to see that vision. They're able to start walking on that path, which is important. Some institute, they are thinking that part. And some institute, still they have the lack of the real leaders which can think on that. I'll not take the name of the institute, but I want to segregate it, right?
Okay.
So still you can say that 20% they have started working, 20% started thinking, and 60% has to work on the basic requirement, which is more important. When I say 60%, when you go to the remote area, suppose you are from Faridabad, somebody from Faridabad, little more remote, there may be the colleges, there may be universities, but how equipped they are. Because you know that it is the generation which comes from that area, the generation which comes from the villages, the generation which comes from the tier 3 cities. And if the institute are able to provide that requirement, I think we'll be able to build the complete ecosystem, which is the real need of the hour.
True, sir. Sir, again, like what you have mentioned, I'm coming to a scenario where, like reputed engineering colleges, there the students are not getting placed because right now, I mean, 30% in a reputed institute, almost 30% students did not get placed. So, can knowledge of sustainable practices brighten their job prospects? Is it required for professional institutes?
See, this is becoming a buzzword that IIT Bombay, they are not able to place the student, right? And it is everywhere. It is running it is still breathing like everywhere. What a thing. But let me tell you, in 21st century, there are some challenges are there which has now facing the humanity. One is the challenges are energy and food security, competition and scarcity of natural resources and climate change. Now, why I said about it? The institute and the IITians should not be thinking only on the one side. I am a part of Leadership Harvard, where it has been taught to us that you should have a ship mindset, not a tunnel mindset. What is the difference between the ship mindset and tunnel mindset? Tunnel mindset will only see only one side. So you will see only I'll be able to do it.
Yes.
But the ship mindset, the captain of the ship, he or she understands where she or he has to take the ship. But at the same time, he or she will be seeing the surrounding. So the ship mindset is very important. And that is the reason sustainable development will be impossible without the full in requirement of these engineers or engineering colleges. It has to be there. But and also I say today we talk about STEAM. What in the education system? STEAM is science, technology, engineering, arts, and mathematics. Earlier it was STEM. So it has been changed. Why engineering is coming? Why biology is not coming?
Yes.
You can understand. So sustainable development cannot be possible without the uses of the engineer. But for that, they have to have the broad picture. They have to have that knowledge that for the sustainable development is required. They have to be prepared to influence the decision maker for the project. They have to identify all the issues and the options for the decision making, which is very important because it is a multifaceted, right? It is not a one way. And they have to be aware on the inherently conflicting and unmeasurable aspects of sustainability. They have to be ready for that, which is the real need of the hour. Not only this, multiple views are there to solve sustainability challenges, right? So avoid working in isolation. People, they say that I am from a biggest college. I will be only working in the isolated. No, sorry, boss. Things had gone there, right? You have to work with the lowest person. You have to work with the highest person, right?
Exactly.
And then only you will be able to make the thing. So involving other people and professionals at all stages of project. Second thing I like to highlight it here, that when we talk about industry academia collaboration, the people who come from the industry, they come with the wisdom and experience. They would have spent 20, 30, 40 years of their time. But with that wisdom and experience, they will be able to guide what is the shortest and the right approach to reach to that particular point. And for which the institute has to have the collaboration with such industry people, which will be able to come and guide them. Promote the importance of leadership, sir. Today, let me tell you, today we talk about the skill component, right? If I am a knowledgeable person, but I'm not able to communicate it properly, if I don't have the humility and compassion, if I don't have that time management, the skills which are required, I will not be successful.
Exactly.
So these are the things are there, which is very, very important. I like to highlight it here.
Rightly said, sir. So coming to your quote, like coming to sustainability in education, so you told like 20% are really doing some work on this, and 20% are really thinking, and 60% are not yet started. Okay, so do you think like technology, adopting a latest technology, as you told, like institute and industry collaborations, so can able to help them to speed up this?
100%, 100%, because Ravi sir, technology is going to boom like it is already booming.
Yes,
right?
yes, yes. Everywhere
It is already booming, and you don't know that by 2025, right? Maybe we are seeing virtually, but our image will be there. We're talking to each other, shaking hands to each other, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe we are physically we are not aware they're there. Things are getting changed very fast,
Exactly.
right? So I was seeing one of the video when people they are replacing the head of a person with a person. Yeah. So
Yeah,
that
I
is
saw
there.
that video. Yeah.
You saw that, na, the 10 minutes. These things are happening. It means some imaginations are there. Things are happening there. Robotics are working there. The technology is working. Maybe it takes 2 years, 5 years, 10 years of the time, but it is going to happen. So technology collaboration with the institutions are going to definitely help, and people have to adopt it. Otherwise, they become unfit.
I think you rightly said, like industry and technology plays a major role. But coming to point, like the boundary in and the cost of what, so that is very important.
Okay. Okay. I will give the answer in the two ways. One way is the young generation, they are accepting it and adopting it. They understand it. But when it comes to the senior generation, with due respect to them, since sometimes they feel that it is not their cup of tea, the things are not happening, they have to change their mindset. Because you know that anything comes from the top, it doesn't come from the below. If the mindset of the top leader sitting in the boardroom, they're able to accept it, embrace it, and adopt it. Within 1 minute, see how our nation is getting changed. Because the leader of the nation is making the change. 140 crore Janta is being known for that. You can see this is one of the finest example. Better example I cannot give. So the leader who is leading there, and with this, with your organization, if you are able to talk and nailed the right person who is the decision maker, the complete sea change is going to happen. And you can see in 6 months of time, people will be accepting, adopting, and ensuring it.
Rightly said, sir.
True, sir. So in fact, coming to the point of changing the mindset, should sustainability education be started at school level also, so that the children benefit out of it and start thinking in a sustainable manner from the very start of their lives?
100%. Now you tell me, sustainability, what it is? I'm talking about the child. A child in our home, if we teach the child that don't waste the water, bring the water how much you want, put it in your glass, go to the hotel, tell the hotelier, don't put the water which is not required. Don't waste the food, because today you are wasting the food. You don't know how many farmers they have given their life for that, how many people they have worked for that, how many children they are sleeping without taking food. Don't unnecessarily purchase the clothes which you are not wearing for last 6 months, 1 year of the time. It is just in the cupboard. Let's start giving the thing. See, these all the part of the thing which is there, because we just go and for the shopping because we have the money, we purchase. But when we see this shirt, we have not worn, last 1 year I have not worn. So why to have this thing? These are the small thing which has to be taught to the child from the home. Forget about the school.
Conscious consumption is required.
Yes, it is very important. Then coming to the school.
Yes.
Today we talk about that there is a concrete jungle, right? We don't have the places where you can plant a tree, but at least the kitchen garden, or there is some terraces there, you can have small plants there, put the things on there, see that how things are there. If the people there with space, they can have the trees there, right? These are the things are there which is important. Now, coming to the school, let every child at the age of 10 years should be responsible to plant 5 trees. Because when the child is of the 10 years, he or she must be in the class 4, class 5 standard. That cognitive things are getting built very well. Until the time the child is on the 12th standard, he or she will be able to take care of that tree for coming 7 years. Try to understand that. And once the child will be able to take care for that, he will and she will always have the same mindset in future till the time he lives in this beautiful world. There has to be a garbage place where don't bring the plastic, don't waste the food, and share the thing. All these things are very important from the school culture, which is going to help a lot.
Exactly.
Yes.
So building awareness is one thing. I have given example of building the awareness, encouraging sustainable habits, which I have again giving the example. Critical thinking, again, how to think, what not to be accepted is very important. Which we say what has to be accepted is okay. But it is very important to teach the child that this should not be accepted, right? It is bad for that. And with the real right examples has to be given in this. This is the right way of putting the things up. Now, at the same time, also empower the child. It is not the old monitor system that you are the monitor of this class. No, you are the change maker of the class. You are the leader to build the ecosystem with 10 students. So suppose in my class, there are 40 students are there. There should be 4 leaders. They will be having the competition because my group will be doing this, my group will be doing this. This is the way we learn about the collaborative competitiveness, which is important. Connecting with the real world issues and long-term impact, which I already told you before.
Yes, sir. So considering the time, so I think we can have many more sessions with you. So very great, insightful conversation till now. Considering the time, so what is your message, final message to viewers as well as entrepreneurs? Because we need more entrepreneurs to change the world. Okay, so what is your message from your side, sir?
Okay, you made me to remind a quote of Sir Nelson Mandela. Education is the most powerful weapon we can use to change the world. Education is the most powerful weapon we can use to change the world. This was a quote from Mr. Nelson Mandela. And our respected Prime Minister, health and education can change the entire scenario of Bharat or the entire world. Taking the clue from that, education is a powerful catalyst for the change. And by promoting sustainable education, like you said, sustainable smart goals. Same thing I am taking from you. Sustainable education. We can inspire and empower the next generation to build a more resilient and sustainable way. We have to empower. We have to coach them. We have to mentor them. We have to guide them. And at the same time, the
Wonderful.
importance of the education is shaping a resilient and sustainable future cannot be overstated. It is a continuous process which is in. Recognizing the crucial roles of the sustainability education is shaping a resilient and the sustainable future in the vital. So let us prioritize sustainable education and work together to shape a future where people, planet, and prosperity thrive in the harmony. That's what we require. This is for the education. Now coming to the entrepreneurs, right? My request to the entrepreneurs are that please, you should be a change maker. Nobody should be coming there in your place to become a change maker. And Mahatma Gandhi said, be the change what you want to have.
Exactly.
So if you start ensuring the change, it cannot happen in a day, right? But start is baby steps wherever you are able to feel. Educate the people, console the people, mentor the people, coach the people, and adopt it. Because if you will not adopt, we never thought 52.5 will be Delhi. Never ever thought. We thought maximum will be 50. This is the one of the signal or precursor that sustainable thing has to be adopted by all of us. That's what I can say on your platform. Wonderful platform.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for the nice
Wonderful,
word.
sir.
Very
Thank you
inspiring,
so much, sir.
very motivating.
Yeah.
Probably you catched all the points that we were having in our mind.
Let me tell you, I
Thank
keep
you
on
so
learning
much.
from all of you, right? And I always believe the more you share, the more you will be able to have the opportunity to learn.
Exactly.
So whatever I have learned, I have shared with you. So nothing to say thanks. I have just
Yes.
taken from somebody, I have passed to you. So again, I will take from somebody, I'll pass to somebody else.
Nice of you.